consistent spring, and be interested to see if he has the summer to have a foundation, have a great preseason, and really start helping our football team in a more positive way. But today was very good to see. Wasn't surprising, but it was good to see, and we expect to see that more consistently than we got this spring.
If you do get,
everybody does it. It's voluntary, but you voluntarily choose to win and lose too a lot of times. So it's voluntary workouts. Can't make guys here, but they'll have more throwing this summer with player-run skellies and teams than we just had spring ball. They'll have, we'll give them the bulk of May off. We've got 2 weeks left. We'll get into really continued lifting 2 days a week. Let the kids come out and throw it around, play 7-on-7, keep working on the defense and pass timing and some fundamental skill. We got exams first week of May. Got the bulk of May off, and we got basically the entire team showing up June 4 for 7.5 weeks. Shut it down, I think, July 25th, give them a week off, and show up August 1. We need to get stronger, yes. The stronger you are, the bigger you are, the faster you are, the more physical you play. So we can talk about physical play. We can talk about running the ball better, or making competitive plays, or tackling better. But if you're not physically maturing, you're not going to do those things. That's tall. The stronger you get, the more confident you get. So we need, a great off-season because we're a young football team. But every team does. We also need these guys to understand they need to not only have a great conditioning summer, they need to be better football players August 2, the first day of practice, than they were April the 14th. So the trick, Woody Hayes was saying about rollerblading in the winter and ice skating in the summer, when it's out of season, what do you do? So when we pop the pads off, what do you do with no pads, no helmets, to be a better football player? Because we have a lot of young kids that need to not only be in shape, bigger, stronger, they need film study, they need time on task, they need skill development that they as players have to do, and great players do that.
if you do get,
Seen in this spring now, just getting guys to buy in. And last year, you were spending a lot of time just getting guys to buy into the coaching staff and the philosophy. Do you spend less time on that?
We probably spent less time last year and probably didn't do as good or connect and get with them or them get with us because we're probably teaching plays more, teaching language, nomenclature, verbiage. Here's what you do. This year it's like, okay, you know some of that. Let's get to know each other better. Let's understand my expectation. Let's get to know you and your background and how you play. So we probably have actually been able to do it more and probably connected more. Now, we probably have the less negative frustrations of like, I'm dealing with the situation because we're not clicking. I think we're clicking more because I think the people that are with us want to be here now. And I think they understand us. I think we're understanding them. I think we're growing as coaches. I think we're growing as players. I think we're growing as a program. And we got a bunch of growing in all phases, on and off the field, coaching, playing, weightlifting, to keep moving the right way.
After spring and what you saw today, kind of what do each of the quarterbacks need to get better at this year?
Well, it's all rhythm, timing, and it's not just quarterbacks, it's with the group. So, for example, when you throw a swing route, and we can come out and throw it 100 times on air, but do you throw it at a speed with a guy rushing you, like a guy barreling down from you in the season opener for the first Big Ten game or a road game or fourth down? So can you play in discomfort? Because they'll practice this summer in a sterile world, but our game isn't sterile. It's not just the quarterback, it's that entire group. If that receiver or that back on that flare route, if one time he's 6 inches more to the left, the next guy's 6 inches more to the right, one guy's 6 inches deep, all of a sudden that ball is just off enough that you're causing the quarterback to be more accurate hand-eye. If you can get those parts to sync and be in this unison as much and play in rhythm, you flow a lot better. So it's not just the quarterbacks, it's their ability to connect with their group. And their group practice fast. Took my son over the other day, Jordan Hull's dad, does some training for young kids. He gutted my kid. It was awesome. It was awesome. But then afterwards he said, I want you to do this. And he go, but if you don't do this as fast as you can, it's a waste of time. And that's what the summer. Without pads on, without playing tackle, can we keep this team learning how to play as fast as they can? We showed our team yesterday about a dozen clips of Wes Welker. It was at Texas Tech. As Coach Luttrell was leaving, one of the best players in the NFL, ran 4.65 in his pro day. And we showed how fast he plays the game. And we're trying to teach our guys, learn to play as fast as you can play. Our deal right now is not just the quarterbacks, trying to teach these guys and pull out these guys. Yes, we need to be better. Physically develop better, keep recruiting better, keep developing better. but we need to take some things that are inside our kids, keep pulling it out of them, because we have some kids that harness some abilities that we need to whip and get out of them. Whip in a good way.
If you do get consistency out of Roundtree, how much can he add to the offense? What
I
can he
don't know. I
bring to-
think he can play a little bit in space, gives you a little bit of speed. But again, right now, he lacks some size and strength. I don't know if he's an everyday player. And same deal with Steven. He's done well. I don't know if he's truly an every down, upper level back yet. There'll be competition. Tevin Coleman's going to walk in there and look as good as anybody walking on that field. So it's not a great group yet, but there's some guys to work with. And competition. I mean, I think Trey's doing great at quarterback. But the spring, Cam Kaufman's going to make him competition, which is good. And that's not a threat. And that's not a put down. I love the way Trey's growing. I can't wait for Nate Suffolk to come in. I think he'll be really good. So we got some nice young. The only thing I hated about spring, we were about 20 bodies short. I wish those high school kids could have been here. Because with that depth, I think we could have looked like a much better team and made some great strides. So excited for the summer. All those high school kids are coming. Got some great walk-ons we're trying to add with us as well. And we'll get cranked up August too.
Have you looked pretty good? You haven't done the delay in the game and come in here, nothing kind of stays on task.
That was, again, I talked to them this morning. We've had such great weather. Can we handle elements? And the only reason, it would have been nice to stay in the rain. They said the lightning strikes were getting close. Didn't want to go in. Thought we had a great youth clinic, a nice little crowd. So I thought it was neat for the fans to kind of keep that going. And it was nice to see our kids keep playing, because we need to, when the bus pulls up 2 minutes late, because we will not get a good escort once or twice. When that happens. When there are games where you got to go in the locker room because of the weather and to change venues, those are great learning situations. And we had the Henryville basketball coach came up yesterday and spoke to our team. And we connected with those guys and had our kids kind of try to help them a little bit with some stuff. And he talked about, with that situation, all the good things that had happened. And I said, today with bad weather can be an opportunity to be our best day. Let's take advantage of it. I think the kids bought into that. Wasn't the greatest practice ever, but we did have some decent work in an unusual situation. That was great to see.
How were you hearing from that coach knowing what that school was like?
It was awesome. He had the whole team's attention, Rick White, and that was pretty neat deal. So we got a lot of respect for those folks and what they're going through. Kind of keeps in perspective when our guys think they got it tough because we're making them get up, go to class on time, or eat breakfast, and come to a workout and all that. Just kind of keeps in perspective. We got some young guys that are going the right way, and the more we keep putting those guys, so we had a great opportunity yesterday with the coach that came up. It was awesome.
What have you seen out of Kobe Hughes this spring?
A little still inconsistency. I'd like to see him be a higher, the old Tahiti who's given much as expected. And he'll flash really good because he's capable. But again, for us to be a good team, Stephen Houston and Kofi Hughes need to be upper level every day, all the time. Great players. We're still inconsistent with that. It's understanding that role, and it's learning how to appreciate that role and realize that I hurt the team more when I'm a good player not having my best day. I bring more people with me, so we keep challenging that. That's a little bit of a rebuttal we have right now, teaching our upper level players. We've gotten the lower end of the pack to catch up. We need the upper part of our pack to separate again, to keep pulling this forward.